Do you know, deep down, that learning is not the exception, but the rule? Imagine a world where talent isn't something you're born with, but something you uncover, waiting, latent, ready to spring to life. And what if I told you that's not a fantasy, but a fact? Pause for a moment and think of this. The sun will rise tomorrow. You don't question it. You don't doubt it, because you believe it. And when you believe something deeply enough, it becomes a foundation, a structure upon which all other possibilities are built. Wouldn't it be interesting if the same principle worked for your skills, for your confidence, for your future? You see, every challenge, every difficulty, it's simply an opportunity waiting to unfold. And now you think about this now, you might begin to notice a shift, a small but a powerful change in how you view the things that you once called a problem. It's not a problem, it's a stepping stone, a tool, a moment in time that can catapult you into something greater. Because every failure carries the seed of its opposite. Did you know that, just as night turns to day, failure can birth success? And talent, instant talent, lives in the space where belief meets strategy. Now imagine your mind as a canvas, blank, open, ready to be filled. And on that canvas, paint a picture. See yourself doing the very thing you thought was impossible. Picture it clearly, brightly, vividly. Can you see it? The more you see it, the more real it becomes. And as you add colour and detail, something magical begins to happen. Your mind accepts this image, not as a possibility, but as a certainty. Because here's the truth. The human mind learns best when it learns quickly. Not slowly, but rapidly, instantly. It's like flipping through the pages of a book. If you take one page a week, the story's lost, fragmented, broken. But flip the pages quickly. Watch as the image come alive, and suddenly the whole story unfolds. This is how your mind begins to see the patterns in the world. It's how transformation happens. And here's the secret. People don't fail because they're broken. They fail because they've been taught the wrong way. And now you get to rewrite that story. Do you want to know how? By stepping into an altered state. A state where change isn't the exception, but it's the rule. So think about this. Humans, they're capable of billions of states of consciousness. Fear, love, excitement, joy. They're all just patterns. And patterns can be rewired. If fear is just a picture in your mind, why not flip it upside down, shrink it, spin it the other way, feel it shift, dissolve, transform. Feel the bad dissolve into the good. Feel it now, because the possibilities, they're infinite, and they're yours. And as you listen to this, as your mind absorbs these words, there's something inside you that knows how to explore, how to dream, how to believe. It's the part of you that's always been there, waiting, listening, ready to awaken. And now it's waking up, isn't it? That part of you, the part that believes, the part that creates, it's coming alive. Because here's the thing, magic is the rule, not the exception. Change doesn't take years, months or weeks. It's happening in an instant. One moment you have a fear, a block, a limitation, and the next you're free. Because your unconscious knows. It knows how to let go, how to shift, how to grow. And all it needs is your permission. Will you give it that? Will you allow yourself to step into that new way of being? So now, as you let these words sink in, as you let this new belief take root, there's one thing you can do. Just one thing to solidify this. Simply decide. Decide you're done with the old. That you're ready for the new. That this is your moment. And as you make that decision, feel the change ripple through you, stronger, faster, more deeply than ever before. Because you've always been capable, you've always been enough, and now you know it. Do you realize, without even trying, you've already begun to change? Because every word you hear, and every thought that forms in your mind now, it shapes the way you move forward. It's effortless, isn't it? Because the truth is, humans, they don't learn slowly. The most profound changes happen in the blink of an eye. And as you consider that now, Notice how your mind opens, softens, becomes ready for something new. Because everything you thought was true, the limitations, the struggles, the fears, those are just old stories. Stories you don't need anymore. And as you set them down, like a heavy weight, that you no longer have to carry, doesn't it feel good to feel lighter? To know the beliefs holding you back, they were never even yours to begin with. Here's the thing, magic isn't rare. It isn't elusive. Magic is the rule. People can change in an instant, a single thought, a shift in perspective, and then everything is different. And you know this because you've seen it, haven't you? A phobia formed in seconds can disappear just as quickly. The mind that created fear can create freedom just as easily. It's all the same mechanism. And now that mechanism is working for you. Imagine this. Every challenge you ever faced wasn't there to stop you. It was there to teach you, to guide you, to open doors that you didn't even know existed. And as you think about that now, as you reframe those old struggles, notice how they begin to change shape in your mind. They're not obstacles, they're tools. Tools your unconscious can use to unlock something greater, something deeper, something that's been waiting to awaken. Because the truth is, talent, it isn't something you're born with. It's something that you build. It's a structure, a pattern, a process. And every step you take, every decision you make, brings you closer to mastery. Like a race car driver slowing down time, you can now slow down your perception, see every detail, and master the moment. And isn't it fascinating how easy that feels now? And here's another truth. The more you pattern your mind, the more you surround yourself with those who inspire you, who do the things you want to do, the more those patterns become yours. You see, it's not about copying someone else. It's about modeling excellence, about weaving their success into your own unique design. And as you do, as you imagine now what that would look like, feel how natural it becomes to step into that version of yourself. You already know how to change. You've done it before. You've learned. You've grown. You've transformed. And this time it's no different. Except maybe it feels faster, easier, more exciting. Because this time you know humans are designed for rapid transformation. We're not meant to take years to learn, to heal, to grow. Our minds are wired to leap forward. And now yours is doing just that. Now imagine a belief it's like a seed. Small, simple, but filled with infinite potential. And every belief that you plant in your mind, it has the power to grow into something extraordinary. So why not plant the seed that will serve you? Beliefs like, I can learn anything. I can change anything. I can create the life I want. And as you plant those seeds now, notice how they begin to take root, deep in the fertile soil of your unconscious mind. And here's what makes it even more exciting. You don't need to understand every step of the process. You don't need to know how the seed grows or how the roots spread. You just need to trust that it will. And as you trust that now, as you let go of the need to control every little detail, feel the freedom that comes with it. Because control isn't the key. Freedom is. The freedom to explore, to create, to imagine. The freedom to let your unconscious do what it was designed to do. To solve, to innovate, to transform. And it's doing that now, isn't it? Working in the background, weaving connections, building strategies, creating new ways for you to succeed. And here's the most important thing. You don't need permission to be extraordinary. You don't need approval. You don't need someone to tell you that you're ready, because you already are. You've always been. Because magic, transformation, talent, it's not out there somewhere. It's within you. It always has been. And now you're letting it out. So as you move forward, as you take these words with you, remember this. The past is just a story. The future is unwritten. And the present, the now, is where all your power lives. It's where you decide. It's where you create. It's where everything begins. And as you feel that now, as you let that truth settle deep into your core, notice how it shifts the way that you see the world. Notice how it shifts the way you see yourself. Because you're not your limitations. You are your possibilities. And those possibilities are infinite. So go ahead, step into them. Spin the old patterns into something new. Turn the fears into excitement, the doubts into confidence, the struggles into opportunities. And as you do, notice how everything begins to align, how the world starts to reflect back the brilliance that's been inside you all along. Because you've always had it, haven't you? That spark, that power, that magic. And now it's yours to use.